am I affluent? First of all, let me ask you the question. Based on the fact that I think that it depends on what you mean, am I affluent? Do you mean am I rich? Like financially. Do you mean am I wealthy? Which is different to rich. Are you asking me, do I have the state of affluence I've just described? Because people have a different take on what affluence is. Okay? My answer is yes. I'm not an affluent person, but I'm affluencing all the time. I'm getting better and less blocked in different areas of my life all the time. So because of that, yes, there's certainly people in my organization and in my life who know I genuinely achieve things with effortless ease. Some people are quite jealous of that fact. In my life, I've been quite nasty about it, in fact. They're quite jealous of it. Other people are amazed at it. Other people judge me for it negatively. But it basically boils down to people not understanding that we all are affluent, basically. It's just whether we're blocked or not and whether we're doing the work of affluence to make it flow in the direction we want it to. In other words, leading our lives as leaders of self. Right? So, yes, I am more affluent than I'm more affluent than, today, Chris, than I was yesterday, or last year, or 10 years ago, and I certainly will be more affluent tomorrow through the work that I've done today on myself and on my world and with the people I love tomorrow than I am today. And certainly next year more than I am now. So I'm not going to say yes I am as a condition, because that's exactly what I'm saying it is not. I'm saying yes, I flow very well. But at times I get stuck, and at times I do find blockages that pop up from nowhere, from my past, and I have to work on it. And it's not easy, it's hard, because it's hard when things are blocked. I get very blocked sometimes, and I have to do that work. But that's an affluent thing to do, is to find the block, and be aware of it, and to change it. Does that make sense? So this is not sort of like, yes, I'm here, the enlightened one. No one's ever enlightened. You know what I mean? I mean, let's talk Westernese first and foremost. No one's got their light switched on all the time. No one's is affluent all the time. There are times that there are little pools that are developed because there are blockages in the pipeline. So the affluent person, because of self-awareness and a heightened sense of extraordinary conscious awareness, is able to go in and sort that out. Quite simply, why is this important? Because if you want to live an extraordinary life, then you need to be able to do something extraordinary. In order to do something extraordinary, you need to be something extraordinary. In order to be something extraordinary, you need to see with a high level of extraordinariness. And the only way you can do that is by heightening constantly your conscious awareness, your feel, your intuition, to the degree that people who don't know better will think you're a mystic. People think I am. Many people who don't know me very well think I'm a mystic, because I'm able to sort of feel things that no one else can, because quite simply I'm in touch with this heightened sense of extraordinary awareness that's becoming more extraordinary all the time, because I'm working on it. Does that make sense? So, yes, I am most definitely affluencing all the time. Lighthouse International Group Holdings, which is my first truly global business. I've started many. I've had outright failures. I've had some that have fizzled, started, stopped, started again, and I've had others that have done reasonably well, and I've had others that have done fantastically well. But I always ask the question, what is it that we're lacking? What would be the signature business that would help whatever is lacking? And Lighthouse International Group Holdings, it's a very long story, but I'll keep it very short. When we started Lighthouse International Group Holdings, this organization wanted to address both those questions. How do we optimize? And what do we need to focus on in order to optimize? And it boiled down to one thing. It boiled down to going out there and helping primarily young people. And I don't mean just young in age, young in mind, young in heart, huh? I'm talking about 80-year-olds, if you're young in heart and young in mind, okay? Age is a consciousness thing. It's not a physical thing. Physical age is an age thing, okay? Everyone, it's your level of conscious awareness that determines your ability to produce in your life. And when I started this, I thought, well, how can I straight off the bat help people get involved in starting a business and have them learn these lessons in a way that they will apply those lessons, and they won't have to go through what I went through, the failures, the frustrations, the losses that I incurred. And not only that, the loss in time that was incurred, just to even get to ask those questions, let alone learn what they meant. We're talking decades, okay? So I look like I do, huh? For the first time in my life, over the last, I say the first time in my life, certainly over the last 7 years, I've managed to build a community of people with their help. Obviously, it takes more than one man to build a community, but I've been able to really, truly build a community of people, not just a team, but something that goes way beyond the current feeling and understanding relating to family. In other words, beyond where most people see or even feel family. And these are people that are actually not family, they're from other families, that have come together, and through the correct selection process and through coaching and mentorship, bringing those things together, having a complete vested interest in that person succeeding, it's made a massive difference in my life in terms of my relationships. And indeed finding the right people for those relationships. Because what I've been able to do is on a mentorship level is be able to literally help that person literally with issues relating to their health. And that's health meaning physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, for example, the way they use their energy, the way they grow and develop their energy. So on a personal level, taking into account through the understanding of what mentorship means, that what people are doing in order to succeed and to achieve their goals right now are working purely on a very sort of left brain level, meaning people are going out there and saying, you're a professional, we'll deal with professional things. Meanwhile, it's the things at home that are breaking down their motivation, or it's the things in their personal relationship, or their inability to eat well, or their inability to do the right fitness training, or not having the right discipline to do whatever it requires that has absolutely nothing to do with being an accountant, for example, but absolutely has everything to do with the energy and the intention and the quality of the focus that is behind it. Does that make sense? So really, in short, what this has done for me on the back of that statement is that I've built genuine interpersonal relationships while helping somebody professionally achieve their goals. Actually do what it takes, which is a coaching thing, to do what it takes on a mentorship level to actually build a human being, body, heart, mind, and spirit, and then take the professional on that foundation and really build a champion. Really build someone who's focused, who's energized, who feels, who's highly conscious aware. They have a high level of conscious awareness, an extraordinary level of conscious awareness, which has an extraordinary level of effect on their professional work, because it isn't just their professional work that they're good at. They need to be extraordinarily effective in all the other areas, body, heart, mind, and spirit as well. Their health, their well-being, their energy, their attitude. And that's very much a mentorship thing. And then the professional thing, the coaching, that comes in. And you bring those two together and you're the same person, my goodness. You're going to build a very intimate relationship with that person. The truth that comes out in that process, the trust that's built from that is immense. So in a nutshell, the most wonderful community that has been built one person at a time through having wonderful relationships with individuals. Is it time consuming? Is it expensive? Yes, but nowhere near as expensive as churn.